some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
Alright, for guys that didn't know, last time we already saved Dunyarzar from dying situation of Elzar, and Kusanali used her power to actually do something about Dunyarzar. And now Kusanali is still, sleeping, resting. And we found out Catherine's a robot. Well, that was obvious. People already, throw the game theory everywhere. But yeah, now we're on 3.1. We also got new special second anniversary reward, which is this one of travel and treasure, a thank you gift. Cloud Returner, the mask device. Man, that is so cool. Also, last time it's literal. Shall we go again? Kamisato Aika's birthday. I didn't stream at that time, or nor there's anything in the game, so I didn't do this. And also, there's new web event. But yeah, we're going to jump into the story after I read this. Before we met, my birthday routine was meeting quests, or meeting guests, and receiving gifts. It embarrassed me to admit that although I tried my best to maintain proper etiquette, I felt a certain fatigue. It was as if my birthday was no different from other day. They were all like a pond of still water. But I no longer feel this way now. Because ever since we met, you adventure stories have shown me that there is a vast world out there. The planet in the outskirts, the nation in the distant lands, the food that they got. You've always told me about things that I aspire to experience. I'll be a year older after today. Hey! And I would like to mark the passing of time with something. I wish to become a better person and bring warmth and sunshine to people around me. Same. It's fascinating how even trivial matter become interesting in our conversation. Perhaps this is a talent only you possess. Now I wonder if we could meet again beneath the moonlight. We're going to start off our story main quest, Archon quest from Dreams, Emptiness, Deception, which is chapter 3, act 3, like Triumph Hero. For you guys that's on YouTube, I'm going to, every 30 minutes go to end it and resume it, end it, resume it, or no, end it and then next, you have to wait for next day and everything like that. But yeah, I'm doing this on stream, so don't forget to come.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Yep, we meet again. Hello, Catherine. Hello.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
What?
Wait, say what now?
What now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
This is a nice start.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I feel embarrassed the fact that I already did this, like 1 week, 2 weeks ago. Just imagining it, especially, yeah. The audience will definitely have a reaction for sure.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
My courage is so small.
In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
Isn't that just, asking for a beating? It's like, how dare you command us to do that? Mercenaries and orphan really don't go together,
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
You hate me that much?
Paimon's gotta ask, just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Nahida? Nahida, how are you?
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart is not prepared.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
Yep, because Catherine already called in. So yeah, when?
From when she said, said Astra Abyssosk?
So, since the start.
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida?
Are you okay now?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
So, the Akasha cannot take away the dreams of gods? What did you dream about?
It was another dream about the Sumeru's festival, except it was a happy one.
Ah, good to hear that.
In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
Not gonna lie, I really wish this is a cutscene,
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sumeru's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yup.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
For you guys that don't understand, Nahida is the youngest god, which is she don't know much about human emotion yet. For you guys that didn't know as well, God don't have emotion. So yeah, they are learning. That's why Nahida didn't know about this stuff and asked it.
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad.
I want you to always feel happy.
By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
And save your physical body.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sumeru's festival?
Paimon, stop foreshadowing.
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Well, this is the only place for them to actually ask for commission.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Why is that your face? I got Catherine for myself kind of face. What is that face? And with that, Dreams, Emptiness, Deception. Chapter 3, Act 3 have been started. Alright, where are we going? Continue talking to Nahida somewhere else. That somewhere else is not that far.
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
Again? No. Possess a key figure in the academia, possess a student and infiltrate the sage quarter. We could grab someone close to the sage and question them. Possessing a key figure.
I've already tried that. But all the key members of the academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals.
Oh. I know why.
It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
So how about possess a student and, just infiltrate the sage quarter? No, that is not good. Why? Because that person will be in danger. So that is the, I know, not the last thing. Don't even do that.
No way, that's too risky.
Yup, and also, who knows what will happen to that student, right?
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives.
Yup, there you go. I already know again what will happen, but I just, just pick it so we can hear what she will say. Definitely.
Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
Okay, no, I just want to hear you say something. Stop lecturing me.
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
Wisdom. Alright, we could grab someone close to the stage, and question them.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Okay, I cannot think of anything else. I am Indian.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved,
You are going to let us in?
then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good thinking.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
I knew it. I was waiting for Alhaidam's name. Also, again, Alhaidam's still so sus right now. Why? Because remember, the Eremites literally literally use, what is it called? The memory capsule thingy and gone crazy. Yeah, Alhaidam took it, didn't say anything to us. Nor, it doesn't seem like our character know about that as well.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
Who?
Sataria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia?
Oh, that one. I see.
We ran into her basically every time the Sumeru Festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now.
Okay, Paimon. I know you're mad, but your face is smiling.
Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu.
Yep. Oh, so this is where Nahida is going to tell us, she is actually not sided with Sage that much.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Sataria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
Talking about desert, I didn't open the map and look how big it is yet.
The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky.
I see. Star. Yeah, gotcha.
Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light.
Seems like the moon hate her.
Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky?
If you guys don't understand the riddle talk here, what she meant is Sataria witness what did the sage do, right? And the sage shadow bringing bad thing to a lot of people. And now Sataria is a little bit like, wait, should I actually go with this sage or no? Scenario.
But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
So instead of she cannot do anything about it now. So instead she turned blind eyes. Gotcha. This is no longer just a metaphor. Those are Tara's true thought, right?
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Sound exactly like the person we need right now.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Oh, and learn about Sataria by the vendor. Alright. After all, she is a, god of wisdom, right? Okay, when you talk about Fender, I didn't realize that small. But yeah, she is a god of wisdom. This is going to go smoother than we thought. Well, every god is, wise, but this one is wiser.
This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
Oh, it is fortune telling? I thought it's a bestseller. Okay.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria?
Wait, okay. If you guys go to a shop and you guys witness this, will you actually think it's a fortune teller or is it just me? Because I see it as a bestseller.
No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Gotcha, so we're going to learn. And we're going to do the chat bubble guessing thing again, I'm guessing.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates?
This is too cute.
The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
No, that is what fortune teller always say.
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Oh, just a smooth voice change.
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Yeah, one is drunk, one is never think about their pocket, and one is living inside a cave.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Okay, I just say all of those. We got same brain. This little kid like, are you serious? Is that a real thing? Stop lying to me, I know I'm a kid.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
So Paimon, I love how Paimon just willy-nilly say that. Alright. Divine my prospect in love.
Love prospects? No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed.
Even though the god is right beside us.
One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be?
Haha, just like a snowflake, people will fall onto me. Except this one is a blizzard, so there are more people.
Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
What? Free!
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
Nahida, what did you do?
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Off we go! Indeed, off we go! Can I actually give you guys... No, I cannot give you guys a food. No, I actually want to.
I've never seen Harut and Marut be so wary of any...
One. Okay, interesting. But that one is obvious. Alright, next vendor. Still, we are not talking about the Starion. Starion?
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Sotaria.
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Okay, so the first one... Actually, the first one doesn't help. I just willy-nilly choose love. And every people will fall to me. Oh wait, maybe that's the key one. Okay, how about this one?
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
Yes, I will love some Harry Pottery.
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Also, we need to apologize to Catherine.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
And stop showing the key thing. Yeah, so this is why we need to apologize to Catherine. We kinda use... Actually, Catherine will know. Never mind, we don't need to.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
I know Nahida probably just helped us with a key thing. I didn't remember anything.
That was my first time talking with Miss Catherine. I'm sure I sounded a bit nervous.
Not at all. Great man. Okay, I think this is the last one, I'm guessing.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
Aww, she blushed.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure. But you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
Paimon, stay silent. Don't talk harsh.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
Can we check it out for, guild adventure purposes?
I see. Yes, that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
I think I know now. I think I know. If there is a question, I think I can first guess it.
I must have met her somewhere. Why can't I remember?
Maybe next morning walk straight on top there. Yeah? That must be good. Alright, let's see. So, conclusion.
So, was that everybody?
Yep, that is everybody.
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King.
Which is King Dashrath. Yep.
Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
Okay. If King Dashrath was to criticize Sataria's actions, if King Dashrath was to make demands of Sataria, I will choose the below one.
So, how do we set that up?
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be weary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King.
Wait. We can do that? Don't tell me that's the power of Gnosis, which means the sage can do something. Oh no. Oh no.
As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does she have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
Okay, this is where we're going to part, so I'll try my best.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yep, for their own goods as well. If we didn't do this fast, they might be in danger.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Also, we can possess people now? That sounds good.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
And with that, subscribe and like, and see all of you on the next part.
Game's up. Home's over.